How many times has it happened that you had promised yourself that you would get up the next day, do some yoga, do some meditation, but the next day what happened? You just could not wake up. So many times we plan to exercise, we plan to meditate, but it just doesn't happen. Have you noticed what are the obstacles which come on your path? Maharshi Patanjali, who had written the Yoga Sutras, had already mentioned this. He had mentioned 9 obstacles to yoga. What are the obstacles? We'll go through them one by one. The first one is called Vyadhi. Vyadhi means illness in the body. Suppose you have a lot of ache in the knees, or you have any ache in the body. Can you sit for meditation calmly? You can't, because when you sit for meditation, everything will start aching. Your knees will ache, your waist will ache, your back will ache, or sometimes you might have some headache. Can you meditate? Can you do yoga? You can't. If you have fever, you will be lying on the bed. You can't do any meditation. You can't do any exercise. So this is the first obstacle, illness in the body, which prevents you from doing yoga or meditation. The second is called Styana, illness in the mind. Suppose I give you some instruction and you are unable to comprehend the instruction, then yoga will not happen, meditation will not happen. Most of the times it happens because of stress, because of anxiety. We are not able to understand the instructions. Illness in the mind because of stress. This is the second obstacle. The third obstacle is called Samshaya. Samshaya means doubts. So many doubts come to us every day, isn't it? The first doubt that can come, there are 3 types of doubts. The first doubt that can come to you is doubt about your own self. Am I good enough to do this? Am I eligible to do this? Will I be able to get it? Will I be able to do all the asanas, all the naukasana? Oh, this is too tough. All these inhibitions in the mind, doubt about your own self. Can I do sarvangasana? Can I do it? No. Oh, I can't meditate. It is impossible for me to meditate. Keep quiet for so long. So these are doubts about yourself. Then doubt about the teacher. Does the teacher himself or herself know what he is teaching? Once I came across a person who came up to me and said, "Oh, you are the teacher. You look so young. How can you teach?" So doubt about the teacher. Does the teacher himself or herself know what he is doing? Is he good enough? Then the doubt about the technique that you are doing. Will the technique really lead to calmness in the mind? Is it the right technique for me? There must be something different. We all think like this. These doubts come, and what happens? They put a hindrance to yoga, to the progress in yoga, progress in spirituality. So Samshaya is the third type of obstacle. The fourth obstacle is called Pramada. Pramada means knowing that something is wrong and yet doing it, or knowing that something is right and still not doing it. You know that you have to get up in the morning and do some exercise. You should not be eating sweets, or you should not be doing certain things, but still you do it. Sometimes people know that it is not good to smoke, yet they will smoke. They know that too much of drinking is not good for the body, but still they will do it. This is Pramada. The next one, the fifth one, is very common. Alasya means laziness. We are all acquainted with this. We all have it. We want to get up in the morning. We put the alarm clock at 6 a.m. in the morning, and at 6 when the alarm rings, we put it off or put it on snooze, and we say just 5 more minutes. But those 5 minutes never come. It gets extended to half an hour, 1 hour, and then you miss out on the morning regime, the morning meditation and the yoga. Laziness, you just don't want to do it. It doesn't come from inside. You feel too lazy about it. This is the fifth obstacle. The sixth obstacle is called Avirati. When your senses are not listening to you, you want to do something, but your senses are not listening. You are being guided by your senses. It should be the other way around. When you go to sleep, you have the mobile phone in front of you, and because you want to look at all the messages, the social media, you just can't keep it away. You know that having a lot of rasgullas is not good for your body, not good for your health. But when you see rasgullas, you just can't contain yourself. You run and grab more and more and more and more. Isn't it? This always happens. Or when you are meditating, suddenly a song comes to your mind and you immediately want to get hold of the lyrics of the song. So what you do, you cut your meditation short and then you go and search for the lyrics. Isn't it? It happens so many times. Or when you are planning during meditation, your meditation goes for a toss and you just get up, you just want to open your eyes. Isn't it? So this is the 6th obstacle. The 7th obstacle is called Bhrantidarshana. Hallucination. When you hallucinate, daydreaming, or wrong concepts. Many times we do not have the right concepts about many things, or we think that somebody is thinking like this, but actually the person is not thinking. The wrong knowledge. We sit here and we think that, oh, just by sitting here I will be able to achieve enlightenment. Not doing anything I'll be able to achieve enlightenment. All these Bhrantidarshanas or hallucinations come to your mind. Sometimes people say, oh, just by sitting here, just by chanting something, I will get a lot of money. If that was the case, then everybody would have chanted and got money. It doesn't happen like that, right? You need to put some effort as well. So, Bhrantidarshana is hallucination and daydreaming. This is also a hindrance to the path of yoga. Then the next one, the 8th one, is called Alabdhabhumikatwa. What does that mean? Suppose you have been meditating for 10 years and still you are getting angered, still you are getting depressed, and you then curse yourself. Why am I having this? I've been meditating for so long, I've been doing yoga for so long, then why am I getting all these negative emotions? And that can put a hindrance to your progress in yoga. Non-attainment of something. You want to achieve it, but you're not getting it. You're almost there, but not there. This is the 8th obstacle. Alabdhabhumikatwa. The 9th obstacle, the last obstacle, is called Anavasthitattva. Means, suppose you are meditating and doing yoga, how do you feel right after that? You feel very energetic, right? You feel very calm, peaceful, centered. But then you go out into the streets, you're driving the car and you are stuck in a bad traffic jam. What do? All that calmness and the peace of mind goes for a toss and you start cursing and shouting at the policeman, or you are so tense. So all that state is over. It doesn't stay for long. It just stays for some time. This is called Anavasthitattva. So this is the 9th obstacle. So what are the 9 obstacles that we learned? The first one is Vyadhi. Vyadhi is illness in the body. Then Styana. Styana means illness in the mind. Then third is Samshaya, doubts which come to you. Fourth is Pramada, means doing something when you know it's wrong, or you know that it is right and yet you don't do it. Fifth is Alasya or laziness. Sixth is Avirati, where your senses are not listening to you. The 7th is Bhrantidarshana, means you are hallucinating, a wrong understanding. 8th is Alabdhabhumikatwa, means non-attainment of a certain state that you wish to attain. And the last one is Anavasthitattva, means that you don't retain whatever you have progressed on. You have attained some state of mind, but you don't retain it. This is the last one. Now these obstacles will come to your path. You can't help it. It will come to the path of every yogi, every meditator. So what to do? So just knowing that these things are there, just recognizing it is good enough. When you recognize that such a thing is there, such an obstacle is there, then half the work is done. Then just a little bit of determination and awareness is required for you to get over it. Just know that it is there and it will go. These things come and go. Sometimes only one obstacle is there in your life, and sometimes 4 or 5, even 9 obstacles can be there in your life. You just need to identify it. And once you identify it, you are done. And then just move on, just work on it and it will go. So these are the 9 obstacles that you can face. If you like this video, please share it with everyone. And also like our page so that we can keep sharing such interesting content with you all the time.